Hello. Today I'm here to talk to you about white papers. I like to look at the foundation of the white papers. When I was in college, I took an online accelerated psychology course from Charter Oak State University, located in New Britain, Connecticut. At first, when the course first started, the professor required a short form essay, which was 3 pages long. And then that short form went to 7 pages long. However, after a while, the requirement increased to a long form essay, which was 10 pages plus, which includes your title page, your reference page, all of that's included. We were required to write that in the APA writing style and to follow the guidelines exactly to the letter. Thesis statement, footers, headers, your in-text citations, your references, and they would even require bibliography attached to that as a piece of the assignment. Now, white papers are 10 pages long and can be longer, depending on the company and depending on the complexity of the company's problem that they're trying to resolve. While in school, we learned at least four different types of essays, and I'm going to name two that relate to white papers. First one is the business writing essay. It contains business content, technical content, and scientific. In case when you graduate, you have to deal with scientific companies like Bayer Aspirin, a business like Nike, and other areas of writing. So technically, you may have to deal with Apple, Verizon, Sprint. So there's your technical. That's the other area. Now, the other type of essay we learn to write as well as speak is the persuasive essay. The persuasive essay is designed to persuade the reader to see things from a different perspective. We've all heard the old saying, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Well, that's true. So, what else do we know about white papers and how important they are? They are used as businesses to educate, to show a new and different perspective concerning a situation. Sounds just like the persuasive essay, doesn't it? To help the reader see things from a different perspective. And it is. There's a gentleman by the name of Gordon Graham. He's on Twitter. He's on LinkedIn. He calls himself the white paper guy. I wrote an article titled Long Form Essays versus White Papers. I sent it to him and I showed the relativeness between long form essays in college and white papers in business. And this is what he said. He said, Michael, you're exactly right. The foundation of all white papers is in long form essays, APA style, thesis statement, everything is related. It's all similar. So, what else do we want to know about the white paper? You have common topics, which include product, backgrounder. Of course, it's just like it sounds. It shows the background of the product and tells it as well. You may show it through a graph, and then you write content about it. There's a number list. There's your modern white paper, and you must, when you have a white paper written, show clarity. There's nothing like looking at instructions or a roadmap and being confused. Clarity has to be a key. So, another thing about the white paper is when an industry is well known and they're launching a new type of product, they need an elevator guide. In other words, to lift that product up and to make it shine, shine like a white diamond, red diamond, yellow diamond, pink diamond, emerald, topaz, ruby. All of those shine. So the elevator guide is a business strategy to make that document shine in the eyes of the reader. And it will explain an unfamiliar product. It's very important to remember. It includes the product background, which I just explained. Tells you the who, what, where, and why, shows the benefits, and it will tell the what that product is offering. Now, the number list is a set of tips that answers key points and issues. In other words, the number list addresses, as we all know in digital marketing, the pain points. Every business has the good, bad, and the ugly. And once they let you as the writer know, then you address those accordingly. Now, also, the company may have a blog, a newsletter, and a magazine to share their perspective to the audience. So that's what the number list is for. That's its purpose. In order to understand anything, we need to understand the purpose of a thing. And right now, we're analyzing the purpose of white papers in business. You as a writer, you as an editor, you as a copywriter, content creator, and a content strategist have the ability to write white papers. White papers can be sold to a client for $2,000, $3,000, up to $10,000, depending on the company and the complexity of the problem. Ask Ruthie Bowles, digital marketing consultant. She's on LinkedIn. She does them. I do them. Ask Gordon Graham. He is called the white paper guy, and there are many other people that do them. Along with case studies, that's a different situation, but it's basically similar. If you can do one, you can do the other. If you can do a case study, you can do a white paper. If you can do a white paper, you can write a case study. If you can write a long form, expository, and persuasive essay, you can write a white paper. If you haven't been to college, if you haven't studied journalism, you can learn this online. Study the APA writing style. This would add value to you so that you can produce white papers and add value to a company, an entrepreneur, and or a professional organization. I always come with inspirational videos, educational videos to empower you to maximize your full potential and take action and help someone to go to another level. Okay, so what else about the white papers? The modern white paper uses the persuasive essay. Remember, I said that earlier, the persuasive essay, and it's best used at the beginning of the buying process. Why? Because that's where people struggle on the fence the most. When they're in the beginning of their buying journey, that's when they're teetering on the fence. And the persuasive type of writing will do what? Influence them, impact them, inspire them, and educate them to make a quality or what we call a logical decision. Inductive and deductive reasoning is what it's called. The philosophers used it all the time. Aristotle, Socrates, Plato, they all used inductive and deductive reasoning, which is logic. It's analyzation, it's evaluation, critical thinking skills, red thinking skills. Those are all other names for the same thing. And they all deal with the purposes of a white paper, understanding it, being able to write it in a professional manner, making sure there's no grammatical errors, making sure the structure of the sentences are correct, and making sure it's not plagiarized as well. So what else? White papers are used to highlight problems, issues, especially with advertisements. This gets into the copywriting arena. It answers questions that the agencies may have when they're facing a problem. And again, it adds value, it educates, and it maximizes the client's potential. So if you want to know more about white papers, you can Google them. You can also study the APA writing system online. There are many that show you how to write an APA style. Now, what I've done, I've expanded that knowledge and let you know the importance of the APA writing style because colleges and schools stop right there. They want you to follow the guide and get the grade. However, the other side of that spectrum is fully understanding the impact, the influence of the APA writing style and white papers. White papers help to establish your authority. They help you to utilize persuasive psychology. They show that you are a relevant content creator and a relevant content strategist. And it also empowers you to be an individual, a group, or a company of great impact and influence. In other words, you get the results. They look to you as an authoritative figure of solving problems. They look to you for inductive and deductive reasoning. They look to you for the logic. You become the answer woman, the answer man, the answer group, the answer company, and you want to be a problem solver and not a problem creator. You want to be an asset to society and businesses, which is in society, and not a liability. So these are the purposes of a white paper. And I hope you become inspired, educated, and empowered to take action. Let's look at the acronym SMART, S-M-A-R-T. S is for specific. M is for measurable. A is for achievable action. R is for relevancy. T is for time bound. You have to have a time frame when writing white papers. The best time frame is 8 weeks or less. Everybody that writes knows that you have a deadline, the due date of the content, the document, the report. This is a documented, highly important report because 82% of major decisions with Fortune 500 companies are made through the documentation of a white paper. You see companies doing cutbacks, budget cuts, layoffs, increase in hiring. They may increase productivity in a certain specific area. How do they analyze that? They analyze it through testing and through the writing of a white paper because it puts that in front of them. It's like having a bunch of scrambled eggs and you don't know what to do, but the white paper gives clarity. Okay, we need to take care of this, readjust that, take this out, implement this, and maneuver. It gives strategy. Content creation is writing, documenting. The content strategy are the actionable steps that bring established authority, persuasive psychology, relevance and influence and or impact for the best results in the least amount of time. Because I'm involved in the martial arts, we have defensive and offensive strategies. They're actionable. It's not something you just think about. It's something you do at the spur of a moment when needed. So those actionable strategies keep you prepared. You have to move, duck, spin, go up, go down, go backwards, go forwards. Whichever the situation requires, you have to have actionable strategies planted and documented in your mind and in your spirit to the point where you don't even think about it. Your spirit tells your body how to maneuver. We're talking about effective and impacting strategies. The same thing with a white paper. A white paper shows the business person, whether they're a solopreneur or a group, Fortune 500 company, which moves to make. It's like chess. What's the best move right now to win the game in business, in ranking high with Google, to grow organic traffic, to drive more leads, to increase in revenue? All of that stems from a white paper. Remember, I said over 80%, I used the statistic 82 earlier, of major decisions are made through the white paper. So God bless you. I hope you're learning something today. And I hope that you're inspired, educated, and empowered to take proper action and getting some white papers done for some good client. You can reach me for further information at area code 203-812-9082. Again, that number is area code 203-812-9082. And if you need any assistance, just text the words white paper and I'll respond. God bless you. Take care for now. Bye-bye.